Hi, Nette here, and I assume I'm going because I'm still banned from Facebook, so I can't do that. So today's card, with the new catalogue that's out from September, it came out on the 5th till December. This is on page 44, because you're allowed to look at the catalogues now, so aren't we lucky? And I'm just doing a couple of Christmas because I really like them, and I thought I'll just get into it. That's quite nice, but I don't know. I've already got so many trees, I don't want to overload it. So this is good. The only thing I noticed in the pack is that there is only one die to cut this out, and so this is quite a hungry card for die cutting. And isn't it lovely? And they move because I've got them hanging. So they're hanging on a string, so as if it's Christmas, and you can you put your greeting. I've just put "just for you." You can write your Merry Christmas to someone, but isn't that lovely? I didn't put anything in the middle because I didn't really think it needed it, because when you stand it on your table it stands like that, so you can imagine you're looking at it and that's what you're looking at. So in the die set, so I've put it here, it's called Hang On and Ornament and Dies. Now it's actually quite reasonable because in Australia it's only $30 for the die, for the stamps, and it's $28 for the dies. Only thing I found was only one die cut for there. Let me find, oh, I did make some, I cut some out, and so what happens is if you have your paper underneath, it will flick in. It's got these little here, so people can then take it up and hang it out. So I cut a couple out. I've just dropped them on the floor, and if you can see there, oh, we're going to go up a little bit. I'm not showing you there. Alright, so see, I stamped them on there, but with my gold I didn't find it, it didn't stand out. See, it looks lovely, but it wasn't as much, and I tried to do the embossing folder, just the shiny one over there, but I went back and I did white embossing. I just felt it stood out more. So you can put these on the card and people can you can tie a bit of string and then they can pull that off and hang it on their tree. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't put it on my tree. My tree is too busy. So, but I thought this is quite cute. It was quite nice stamping them all out. So I used embossing on all of them. So, and that's on page 44. And you can look, you can go to my shop if you're interested, annetteFalconer.stampinup.net. Not a problem either way. Please put my host code, and then I can, oh, my host code's not showing up as well. I've just moved that over there. Okay. So I moved the table by mistake. I don't want to have my husband come back. So it's 9K27STVP, all capitals for the letters. When you put that on, I see that you've bought something, and I've got your email, and I can ask you if you'd like me to send you a card or a little gift to say thank you for shopping with me. Anyway, let's get on with this. I do think this is the... We don't do a lot of reindeers in Australia, but this is pretty. These are the trees I did last week. I think there's some really nice ideas, like this card's nice. I mean, that's the trees that was on the other page, but due to the fact I've got so many trees, we're not doing it. And a lot of it's more American than we would use. That's cute, but not me. My girlfriend liked the bows, but I don't think I'll be fiddling. So I love this. I love the colours in the regal winter. Isn't that just stunning? Look, these are actually very bright. That doesn't look it. It's real red, whereas on the camera it looks a bit light red. because but it is real red, so I like that. And look, the bird's pretty enough, this one, but again it's not really me. So, but I love this suite. I bought this whole suite, which I did that card last weekend. But everyone's got different things. This is fantastic if you've got young kids, you know, 10 to 12 or something like that, and you're just starting. It's because you push them all out of the paper. So they're called mix and match. You start with a printed card base or a tag, and then they attach it's called an Imprimera pack. I don't know what that means. But it's a whole pack of these little bits and pieces, and you push them out to make cards. So there's not a lot of stamping. It's really good for kids. And on the site, if you have a look, there are kits for Christmas. And these are also really great, you know, for mums, for your mum that's at home that doesn't do a lot of things. Everything's included. There's the stamp, if this kit has stamps, it has. See the little stamp ink pad there? And they get a little glass block, and there's the plastic stamps, and they can stamp out all those themselves. But they get cut out things ready. So it makes it's a really good quality kit. So they've got the kits here. Look, they have Halloween, but we don't do that. So I think it's worth it for young teens. It's a birthday present or something like that. Anyway, let's get on with that. If you want a catalogue, shop with me and I'll post you a catalogue. So this is the one we're going to make. Now, I have had to cut this all out by hand and grit it. So I started off with the wild wheat, because really it looks gold. See how it looks? The wild wheat comes up gold. So I wanted something for Christmas that was nice. And if you have a look around, you compare the colours that will go with it. So I've got Night of Navy, and I've got the new colour, which I remember I told you I did a card with Shy Shamrock and I didn't really like it. But this is Summer Splash, and that looks nice. See, that's the Summer Splash there, and it actually looks nice with the baubles. So that's how I chose. There is in front of one of the catalogues, I think. Okay, so there's a little bit of work on this one, and I'm just going to get my cutting board out for you. I'll pop this over here so you can still see it. That's my instructions. I'm going to hold this out. So what I've done is, in America theirs is 12 by, it's a bigger piece of paper. Well, we don't get 12 by 12. We only get 11 3/4 by 8 1/4. Right, so it would go to there. So what I've done is cut mine out so I can I used the whole sheet and just cut it down, and then I've done an extra bit of a cut down there. So what happens now is I actually end up having 2 cards out of the same cardstock. Okay, so that's pretty cool, isn't it? So my cuts for this is by 11 3/4 wild wheat, 11 3/4. That's there. And I've put 11 1/2, but I've done that wrong. By 8 1/4. Well, it's not, because this is 5 1/2. So I did make a mistake there. I knew why. It's by 5 1/2, and that's because I was thinking of the other way. So till I'd done my slice and realised I could make this into a card. That's easy. All right, so on the 5 1/2, so we're gonna wild wheat is, yeah, okay. So you've got the full sheet. Let me just grab a full sheet. Alright, so that way I can just show you. So that's why. So a full sheet is 11 3/4 by 8 1/4. So what I have done is I've marked it at 5 1/2. So I don't want to do it now because I've already done this one, but this is what I did. So I did it at 5 1/2 here, and I've marked it there, and then I've turned that upside. I've turned it, okay, I'll just do it in pencil so I can rub it off because I'll use this for something else. So I've marked it 5 1/2 on the short end. So that's our mark there. And then I've done it on this end at 5 1/2 again. And I've cut it. I'm not going to cut it because I'm not going to make this again. But I've cut it from there to there. Right? And that gives me 2 cards. As you can see, it's 5 1/2 to there, 5 1/2 to there. Alright, and then I end up, as you can see, I have that 5 1/2, and there's my other one on the other side. Am I not clever? I don't know. Not really. I thought I was really good on that one because I cut it out again, and I thought that wastes a whole page, all for the sake of like 1/4 of an inch on taking it down so I don't waste paper. Alright, so you pencil line that, you place in your trimmer, you cut through. Now, you score at 3. Your first score is at 3. Now, you could turn it up to make it on the straight line if it's easier. So 3 and 7/8. So 7/8 is 2 points off 4 is there. So technically that's 7/8, okay? So you score there with your light brown one, of course, not your dark one. Alright, and I'm just having a look at that one to see how it goes. So that comes back on you. So get your bone folder. Right, and then the next one, oh look, see my little pencil mark there, but we're going to cover that. And the next score is going to be the same from the other end. So we'll turn it that way, and we'll go to the same marking, 3 and 7/8. Let's score that. And now we have our card. So put that down there. I'll give it a bone fold. And I'm just a slither off there, so just hold it tight. And we've got it. So it's not as tall as some of the original ones are, but it still sits at 5 1/2 in your envelope, and it's a pretty looking card. So we're also using Night of Navy and Summer Splash ink pads. I think that's just for the stamp, to be honest. I've already, have I done that? Yes, I've cut out some dies ready so we don't have to do a lot of work. So I've already got my circles. So this is why it's a lot cheaper, because it is only a small pack of everything. There's your leaves, there's your double leaves, which is great because I was just rolling and rolling to get lots of everything. Alright, and our stamps, which are here. Got the poly, so you have to use some foam underneath, don't forget to do that. And let me get this out of the road. So funny, you end up building all this stuff around you, and it's it's so much stuff. Oh, I'm still banned. I've got another, I think, week and I'm done, and I'm really looking forward to that. And then unfortunately we go, I think, up to Queensland in a week. So what I've done next is my, as you'll see with my notes, you can do this. Now I've drawn little pretty pictures. So if you want to take a snapshot of that, that's fine. Okay. Now, where am I? Where's all my extra pieces? Oh, here it is. So I've got the In Colour Jute trim, which is a new one in gold. So, oh, I'm going to have to pause for 1 second. I'm going to go to the toilet. And we're back on. So I had to do a little quick run. Alright, so we actually have to have 3 of those. So I've got it already. So in my summer splash and night of navy, I've done my cutouts. Now see what I was saying? They have stuck to that there, look. So you do these onto the card and you can put it on and people can take it off, but I don't like that. I'm not very good at adjusting to different ideas, am I? Some things I like and some things I just don't. So, and then we got 2 of the night of navy. Let's take those out. And what we're going to do is a little bit of embossing. Now I did find when I stamped them originally to just try the other ones out, when I stamped these and I went to die cut them, I just didn't like them. So I think you should die cut first and then stamp into them. So that's my opinion. I'm sure other people are way better than me and don't muck about. So what I'm going to do is use my embossing kit, which is fabulous because I like it. So you just rub your cardstock with this, I think it's baking powder. And that stops it from being dirty and having stuff stick to it, so you can get it on. Okay, so we're going to do all of those are done, and I'm going to get my Versamark and my, so I'm going to do two in the, so there's 2 different ones, so I'll stamp them up in box. I'm not sure if I put them on a smaller block might be easier to see. No, it's got to be bigger box, Stars. Bigger box. So we've got one with that, and here it is. So these are called the photopolymer, and when you stamp down you need to use the foamy stamp pad. I don't know what they've got now. I think, well, that's what I got. So just a bit something softer underneath it, like not totally, but the glass is a bit too much. You want to put a bit of cardstock or something under if you don't have these foam mats. So we're going to be using that, and I also used the Mary, and I used, so I can use that, and I'm going to put Mary, because I only want Mary, so it says is Mary, so I just want Mary. Okay, so I don't want to get anything else. So I've put that over the back, and all I've got's Mary. Okay, put that there, and I want this little leaf that I put inside and on the envelope. Pop that away because it's clear. Honestly, sometimes you'll put your stamp set down and it'll pick it here and you won't see it. I definitely have lost one through that. Okay, so we're not going to use those for a minute. So we're going to stamp up. This is the, I'm just going to double check the front of mine to which one I did on which. This is on the blue midnight. Okay, excuse my hair. Do that. And I'm just going to do the second one straight on top. I am pushing my ink pot. I'll put that out of the road. So I'll talk to you about the other pieces, but I'll just do this now. And that one. Okay. Now it comes with a pair of pinchers, so if you can get them in the middle, I'll just take that out. I'll show you what we do with that. So we're just going to put that over there, tap it back into there. Alright, now for a little bit of noise. And look, when it fell down. You can see how it changes. Alright, now we have to do that 4 times. So I'm sorry about the noise, but that's how it goes. Can't sort of do all of these. Maybe I could have done one and then just showed you. Okay, let's get my head down on that one. Oh, I've already done that. Goose. So all I've got to do is get that in the right spot. I have to put it off the table a bit because my nails. Right. Okay. You can give it a little tap on the back and that gets rid of anything that's too much. Do that one. Oop, needs a bit more. Oh, that one didn't stick as much. Look at that. I'm just going to turn that over and re-stamp it. I must have known it didn't have enough ink on it. Always adjust these. The Stampin' Up cardstock is so good you can't see inside out it. It is so good. I've got to say I've used other stuff, but when I started Stampin' Up I realised it's good. I'm not just beating their drum, I can tell you. Okay. Oh, look at that. That's better. I think that'll work out. See, that was so flat and horrible. Look at that. And you wait till you get the heat on it. That's much better, isn't it? Alright. I am going to quickly get these green ones done with the other piece. I'll do them quickly as we can. I hope you're all well. Oh, God. What did I think of the other day? Oh, something. I laugh at myself. Oh, can't even remember. Someone bloody hit my car. And I've got to go and get that fixed. We felt very sorry for him though. He was only a young boy, a student. And he was a foreign student and he was just about crying because he hit one car in front of him a little bit and then jumped out of the line, which is a bit silly because you're not allowed to, and ended up in front of my car and hit me all the way down the side of my car. And then he, as he did that, he went back and he hit the other guy, so he's up for 2 cars. And luckily he said he had insurance, but we were a bit worried for him because our insurance will do it, will pay for us. Just putting a bit more because that's a bit light. That's better. Just go back and try it. Right, it's going to take me 2 seconds to do this. Ooh, got to watch your fingers when you do it like this without the tool. Don't be silly like me. I just picked that up without my tweezers. Oh, now I'm using the other hand. Okay, that's enough for noise. Sorry about that. Good 5 minutes of noise. I'll just clean this up. So with this kit, you just turn it up, and it's got a hole in the bottom. You brush your down, and you should get it all in there. You have to make sure you get it all out, because otherwise you end up with, especially if you use black or something, you end up with a few sprinkles of white through your work. Just get that over there. And always tie them up, because if you knock it over, you're up the creek. So we'll just leave that aside. I think I'm going to have to use the other two in a minute anyway. Get me back on my seat. Right, so we've got our baubles. Now we've got a bit of work to do here with our gluing and that. So we're going to use those tongs. And I'm just going to clean this table down because I've got some stuff on it. Alright, so we're going to use some tongs, and we're going to put on I've punched out everything. So, I've got a bit of blue cardstock there as well. Right, so we have little gold, what do you call them, handles. I'll just move that up a bit so I can show you what I've got. Alright, now, get a bit of glue. Just going to put a little glue on each of these. And you see, even though I stamped onto them, you can still see they're a bit out, so that's either me. So I'm just going to put that there, and I'm going to move it up a little bit like that, and I'm going to get, where'd it go? There it is there. So it's got very tiny for my little fingers. Now with this, it's probably a good idea to use your pick tool, and it's got the glue on the end, and so you put that on the silver and it picks it up, and then I'm just going to stick it down over where I put the glue for the there. I'll take the other end off and manoeuvre that down. Okay, and we just want that a little bit up so we can hook things. So I've got everything in here. That's a red one again, so I'm going to put that one on top, and I want to push it down into the glue. I need it up enough so I can see it, and I better have enough of those. I think I have. So as you work on each of them, you'll find it. You'll get the use of it, hang of it. Okay. There. It's a bit fiddly, isn't it? Alright. Oh, do not tell me I've only got one left of these. Alright, so they'll just dry. Now I'm sure I've got one more of those. Alright guys, we're going to cut out one tiny little gold die piece. And it is tiny, look. You definitely need your picking tool with this. That's that piece. Ooh, see? Always hard working with fiddly little bits. Now, what I'm going to do to save you the hassle of grabbing all my tools out, I'm just going to run over to my machine where I've already got it set up. There's a bit of gold there. I'm going to run that through so And I'm coming. Oh, all of that. Look at the size of that little thing. So I'll just pop that on. I bet you I find it as soon as I walk away. And as I said, Susan Cranford or Stamford always goes, have a little drink, and I'm like, well, I normally do this at night when I can have my gin. But because I'm doing it today, because I've got pick up and sport and everything, and because I can't do my lives properly, I thought, well, I might as well do it now while I've got a bit of time. And I'll put that away before I lose it. I know it feels like it's early for Christmas, but I send about 70 Christmas cards every year, and I love it. I love it. I love Christmas. I told you before, I'm a foster kid. I didn't have any of that, and I love it. So there you go. Alright, so what I'm also going to do is make up these, and I'm going to make them up on my silicone mat so I can move them and leave them to dry before I add them to the card. So I am just going to do this, just a little dot there, and then, oh, where's my piece there? Okay, and I'm just going to make 2 or 3 of these up. So again, use your pick tool, so turn that over, and I'm going to make like 4 of them, I think. 1, 2, 3. I did 3 of them. You can make as many as you like. Right, so a little bit of glue. The good thing is if you make them and put them away, when you're ready to put them on the front, they're already stuck and you're not getting glue everywhere. And, oops. Alright, and now we're going to put the cherries on top, or the berries on top. So I got one. A bit of glue, extra glue there, so I'm going to put the second one over here. Okay. And my glue's getting a little extra gluey today, and that's 3. And 1. Oh, look at that. And that was standing up. Oh my goodness. What I might do is just pinch a bit of that off and put it down on that one, so I just don't have an overload of glue. Right, just going to move that one around to make it look more Christmassy, and that will dry. And upside down again. Look at it, it's just popping up today. I don't know whether it's because we've got a little bit of warm weather. And I've got a clothesline that works finally. My husband, we moved into our new house, and the clothesline's outside, and it's really funny. See, I'm making a clothesline on this card too. I'm putting oh look, I've lost that. I'm putting a rack on it. So that's our little berries and our leaves, and we're going to use those in a few minutes. So we're going to just pop, we've got to stamp on the balls yet, so I'm going to pop that over to the side. So right now you can see what we've done. We've got the ball and the hookers, we've got our leaves and our berries ready. So what I'm going to do is quickly put our Mary Mary in. So my Mary, I've only got one Mary on that one, but that's okay. I was going to put the balls up off it, but I didn't like it because these are sort of moving, they're not stuck down on the ball. As long as the postage doesn't rip it off, I'm okay. Okay, so what I want to do is get my Mary, you saw Mary, and I'll put my lid on my glue before it's gluey stuff, and I'm just going to do it on the corner so you can see that there's only glue up to Mary. And I'll do that again and hold that up because how's that? Mary, Mary. That's all I need. Ooh, no, didn't get it. So you can't even see me stamping it then, can you? So that's Mary, Mary in there. And I did do it on the blue one. But do you know what I did it in? I did it in black so it stands out a bit better. So I just noticed that the black stands out better. Then my memento. I'll just clean my ink pad off. Isn't it funny? Even in blue it comes out pink, and it's the second time I've used that stamp. So it's quite annoying, isn't it, that it's so... Okay, so I'm going to put it right in the middle because I didn't do it the other way. And the same as this one. I probably could have done it in gold, couldn't I? But I don't... you can see it. You probably can't see it online. Yeah, you can see it. There you go. I'm not that crackers. Okay, and these are tiny little things, so I'm going to put that onto here and get just for you while I'm at the pad. Yep, because that one we're going to use inside. Alright, let's put that aside. Now, with our paper, again, I just got a piece of, this is cream cardstock, and so so on the cream, I've got it at 3.5, right? So 3.5 by 5. So I did a whole sheet of 3.5 by 5, and then I moved things, I cut them down. So I've got a really good big border beside there. Alright, and then we've got that one. And this one. Now I'll go through the measurements for you. So I started off with a 5 by 5. I want to see the whole thing there, so I haven't just cut corners. So what I've done is the first one is 3.5 by 5. Then I've marked it down. Just that's 5. That's 3.5, and I've marked it to 3.25. I'm just going to, and then I've, oh no, it's only 3/4. That's what I've written. It's 3/4 down. So 3/4 of an inch. So if I show you that, 3/4 of an inch is there, and then that comes up to the 5. So that one there's 3/4 of an inch down. But you can, once your card's made, you can put it in. The second one, it's 3.5 by 4.25. And I've marked it 3/4 of an inch down, and that one fits in there. And then this one is 3.5 by 3.25, and you cut it to the other side, which is 1 3/4. Alright, but once you've got it on, you know that it's all within. Have I put the right ones on? Yes, I have, and somehow I've cut that a bit. I've cut that a bit low, haven't I? Isn't that funny? Because the other ones, that's exactly the same as the other one. Oh well, how's that? I am going to have to quickly grab my cream and recut that. few scraps in here. Let's see if that's big enough. Well, I must have had myself a bad moment then. Oh, got me some leaves on that side. Alright. So, it's a 3.5. It's a 3.5. 3.5 by 3.5. This side is 3.25. I must have turned the card piece round when I did it, so you can either draw on them. So when you look at it like that, that's there, okay? And what I've done is obviously turned the wrong side, and I've cut it to there, which I should not have done, goose. So it should be, I'm going to take my pen to there, it should be from there. Hold on, it's not giving me the big one. So it should be at the, I'm just going to get a pencil. Come on, jump out at me. Use a pencil. And I want it here. Okay, and so we're just going to cut that across. But once you've cut your main card first, this is when you did it. So you line it in that groove. Can you see the groove? See how it's got, that's the cutting line? So you put your tip into your cutting line and you put your mark into the cutting line and make sure they're both sitting in there, and that's your cut. So now that is only from the bottom 2 3/4. 2 3/8. My measurements, eh? Not too good. Anyway, look, I reckon it's great when someone makes a mistake because you get to look at it again, don't you? I have made many mistakes, I suppose. Alright, now before I put those on, I'm going to add my rope. Now, what I did with before, I used tear and tape, but it leaves a bit of a sticky, so I'm going to try with just a little bit of glue. So, where's my pieces? I've got two pieces here. So they're from there to there. Alright, so and it's over the whites. Right, so make sure you've got everything lined up correct before you do it. Don't be me. So line it all up. This is a bit of a fiddly one, but it actually is quite cute, isn't it? You've got to admit. And my rope is going to go like this. And I'm going to have a little bit of tear and tape, or a little bit of tape on the back to hold it on. Alright? So here's my tear. So I'm just going to, whoop, it's already come off. I didn't want to take that off. So I want to just put that over there and hold it on. Because when you put it onto your card, you're going to take that's going to stick at the back of your card, so it won't matter. And on the other side, do the same. Hold it down and put a bit of tape. Right. And then we're going to do that to each one of them. couple of little bits ready for that because it is a bit fussy trying to cut that at the same time. So make sure I got it the right way. Yep. And over the back. Alright, see? And then hold that forward. And again, so it is fussy, isn't it? I hate boring cards. I'm not good at boring. And I'm going to put a little bit more there because that just lifted. That will come down under. Alright, number 2. And number 3. And I'm going to make that a bit longer to make it easier for myself. Because it's nice thick twine. Right, that's the correct way. So we're going to go backwards. And as you know, I just cut a bigger piece so I can put a bit more tape on it. Alright, now that will just fold over there. It's no problem. I'm going to double it up so it doesn't double it up. Okay, and down to the other side. Hold that there. This has got a big one, so I might just put that on, pull that up. Whatever you feel like it works the best. Okay, so see it's gone through there. When you put that on the front, I noticed it was too sticky, and you even though I used this from the stamping, you can blot it out and get sort of dull the stickiness, but I could see it and I didn't like it, so I'm just going to add that on there as a little secure piece. Okay, I might just do a bit more on all of this because that'll stick to the back of the card. It's just making it more secure so your rope doesn't fall off if someone's playing with your card too much, which you should be happy if they would, because then they like your card. It's like a friend was saying yesterday. She popped in for a cup of tea and she said, I love giving my cards, because she comes to my class as well, and she says, I love giving my cards and I love their reaction. They love the thought that you've put into a card, and I think it's the same. Alright, now out you come. So we're going to put this one on first. I'm going to hang it. And I'm not going to hang it on that one because it's the low one that goes first. Are you concentrating, folks? No, that's the... Oh, what have I done now? Hold on. Have I done that back to front? Oh my God. I've done it on back to front. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. Okay, so I don't always get it right. Well, that'll work. I said look at it first, didn't I? I'm too busy bloody yapping. Why have I got that going the other way? Oh well, it was the right way, because one, two, three. Okay. Oh my goodness, am I having a bit of an afternoon? Then I've got to pick up kids and go to jiu-jitsu and make dinner. make more messes. I like doing my lives at night. I'll be glad to get back on that. So anyone that watches me, please come and join me on, I have to do it on, what do I have to do it on? Nettie's card making, due to, I haven't got enough subscribers on my Annette Falconer independent demonstrator site, which I was trying to stick to that because I thought my class used the other one, and I thought it was better for them to use the other site and leave my demonstrator side for business, so that I'm not always harping at people to shop with me. But you know, that's the way it goes. Now, because I've done that, I'm actually going to put these on side dimensional so they don't, it doesn't move, because I loved it to move, but because the rope's not moving, unless I put a bit of glue on it, I might just do that. I might just put a little glue dot under the bottom of the, I like them to move, just under that piece there. And I do not know, I keep saying that, I do not know where my glue dots are. But I did, I found them. So what I'm going to do, these are pretty see-through. I can see one now. Okay, so they are really, really tiny and they're really, really see-through. There's one, and I'm just going to stick it under that join where he's gone on, just so it doesn't move. Get another one and put that under. There's enough under there with the string that it doesn't move, so he's not. No, aren't they lovely? I just like the things to shake a little bit. Right, let's get moving. So I've got two there. And our next one, so I might put the glue dots on under there. Where's my original? So I've got a green one there, and just hook that on there. And I've only got in that one, I've only got one, plus I've got one of my, here, these. So these are going to be glued in. And that's coming off that line as well. Let's give that a second. And I'm also putting a summer splash little leaf down the bottom there. See, a couple of little leaves. And best I do it before I put it in, like I did yesterday, although I don't mind it going over. Isn't that cute? So that's a little summer splash. And it's going to glue all of this because it's heavy. And I'm going to use my, take off that second tape. I'm going to leave one on, so it definitely holds the rope down. And that piece didn't even come out. Alright, so that's our second piece. Now, you know what I just worked out? Because I used the opposite papers, that's why they're opening different. Well, isn't that cute? They're twins. Opposites attract. Just going to push that down a bit. That one better come off. There you go. Alright, so we've got two on, and we've got one on the back to go, which we're going to do this. So with this one we're going to do another little couple of green stamps. of our beautiful little leaf. I might do 3 because I like it. And we're going to do our black memento just for you. And how far down did we do that? We go down here, I think. But once we put the bauble on, it gives you still room to write your greeting. And we get a glue dot again. Aren't you glad I finally found my glue dots? And that one is going up here. You want to bring him up a bit. There you go. Once we put the glue dot on, he will stay up there. Okay? But I love that they can move. They do look cute, don't they? Now watch me next week. I'll put these away safe and I won't be able to find them. And we're going to put another one of our little leaves and berries that we made before. I don't know why that's not showing all of it. So, just going to put that down in there. And glue, let's get those tapes off there. Pop a bit in here, a bit more than we need to, just because there's that rope. Open it up. And put that on there. And how special is that? And now I did have our third one to go on the front, and I don't know if I'll put it there. I might just put it up here next to his one. Doesn't that look cute? Anyone like it? I knew you were going to jump through the screen and say, of course I do. Of course I do. Now, what do you reckon of that? So, not too hard, not too shabby. And I have stamped my envelope with some leaves, and I have a spare envelope here. And I'd like to say that if you live in Australia and you watch me and you haven't already received a card from me, send me a message in my Facebook page and I'll post you this card. If I can find my other envelope to stamp, which is right here. So let's just, so if you are watching me, whether you're watching me on Nette's or on Annette Falconer Independent or on Facebook, which is, I should change my name on Facebook because I've got too many names, but it was all when I started, you don't know anything, and I still don't know anything. I'll try. That's to there. It's my little green leaf. And if you haven't already received a card from me and you'd like this one, just jump on, say hello. So where did I put those ones? I've just done a little bunch up in the corner here. I don't know why I can only see so much of that. Overgrown amount. In Australia that doesn't affect your posting because your address goes here your stamp goes here and your home address, the sender's address, goes on the back. I know in America you write your address on the left-hand corner. That's the way you are. That's the way we are. So again, if you like that and would like it, the first person that responds to me on any of my platforms, which is this one here, or Nettie's Card Making on Facebook, I will post it to you. You'll have to, of course, send a private message on Facebook group, and I will send you a, so I can you can privately tell me your address so I can send it. And nothing's written in, so that's yours. Thanks for joining me. Okay, hopefully next week I'll be totally live, and you can actually comment to me. That would be so much fun to spend some time carding and getting some responses. Even it is to say, no, don't put it there, or don't put it there. That's totally fine. I'm okay with that. Okay, have a great day. Bye.